Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to go over how to detox your lungs naturally by drinking green tea and eating anti-inflammatory foods. My name is Justin Vandermark. I am Captain Health, and drinking green tea can help detox your lungs naturally. So by drinking green tea, what it does is it stops the inflammation in your airways, and the inflammation that, as we know, makes it harder for you to breathe. Our typical airways are this big, but when they're inflamed, they shrink, so you can't get as much oxygen into your lungs. And what green tea does is it has antioxidants in the actual tea that helps stop this inflammation. They also state that in green tea that there is a slight chance that it can also protect the tissues inside your lungs from inflammation. So by drinking it, it can be a preventative to having that inflammation flare up. In a recent study involving 1,000 Korean adults, reported that people who drank 2 cups of green tea a day had better lung function than those who didn't. The study was taken in 2017, so it's not too far away from ours in 2020. So if you guys liking this video, please hit that like and subscribe button so I can continue making these videos for you guys. Now that we know that why green tea can help your lungs detox naturally by stopping that inflammation, let's jump into what anti-inflammatory foods can do. So in the name, anti-inflammatory foods, you already know that by eating this type of food, it's going to stop the inflammation in your lungs. That's why I put green tea and anti-inflammatory foods together, because they do the same thing by stopping this inflammation in your airways, which will help you breathe easier, right? But what also the anti-inflammatory foods will do, it'll also alleviate or relieve you of the asthma symptoms or the inflammation symptoms that you're getting, like with the wheezing, right? Coughing, shortness of breath. It'll stop all that by eating this type of food. So there's different types of diets for anti-inflammatory foods. There's like the Mediterranean one, the DASH one, which I'll go into more into the Mediterranean one because I do eat a lot of the stuff that's in this type of a diet. I don't go fully into it because I still kind of like my chicken, rice, broccoli, asparagus, which that does fall under the Mediterranean, but they mostly focus on eating more fresh foods and fresh vegetables. But let's go into a list of what type of anti-inflammatory foods there are. So some of the foods that will fight this inflammation include tuna, salmon, blackberries, strawberries, turmeric, blueberries, beans, leafy greens, olives, lentils, ginger, cherries, walnuts, nuts and seeds, probiotics, which are in yogurt, kale, spinach, and broccoli. And there are more than just that, but these are the typical ones that are easy to buy, easy to eat, without having to go into making a whole entire dinner. By going into this anti-inflammatory diet, what it does is it eliminates the triggers of the inflammation that it gives you. By not eating, right, cutting out sugars, which, you know, like me, I'm a sugar addict. I gotta have my candy bars. I gotta have a chocolate shake when I go out. Like, I've slowly stopped it now that I'm trying to get into the healthier lifestyle, but it eliminates that. And of course, it eliminates fried food. For me, it's hard because I love like French fries, you know, I love the fried chicken, but you got to cut that out if you want to stop the inflammation in your airways. So now that we have an idea of what kind of foods are in the anti-inflammatory diet, if we go and look at exactly like what the Mediterranean diet is, it focuses on fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, but it also mostly contains a plant-based diet. To recap everything real quick, we went over steam inhalation, we went over controlled coughing, we went over chest percussions, we went over draining of the mucus. Those 4 is pretty much just focused on getting that mucus out of your lungs. After that, we focused on exercising and how exercising makes your lungs stronger, but it also detoxes it by getting rid of that carbon dioxide your body's producing. And then we had this video about anti-inflammatory foods and drinking the green tea, which also stops that inflammation in your airways. Well, I really love teaching this. I will be going over some more information in my next video about asthma. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week. Thanks, guys.